Hi, everybody. I'm First Warren 5 Meteorologist Warren Sears. I hope you loved every second of your Sunday. Weather was so nice. It was a beautiful day, light breeze, lots of sunshine, 60s. Pretty hard to beat that, especially as we get out of the winter season and start heading towards spring. So, hope you enjoyed it. And we do have warmer temperatures to come. We also have some other things that happen, some stronger winds, and some fire danger that we haven't talked about in a while. And then we also have a thunderstorm chance at the end of this week. So let's get to it. Let's talk through your forecast here over the next few minutes. That's not what I wanted. There we go. We have a red flag warning in place on Monday. You probably got a notification on your phone if you get those alerts. The reason is because of low humidity, very low humidity. The ground is kind of dry. I know we've had some rain last week, but generally with all the wind, everything dried out pretty fast. And so we'll be a lot warmer, low humidity, and some breezy conditions Monday. This week, though, for the most part, feels like spring all week. We do have some new first warns, though, in the forecast for Friday and Saturday. I am watching some rain, maybe even a few thunderstorms as well, and then a big cold front that will come in. So that's later in the week, so definitely warm, though, out ahead of it. This is the time of the year we start to get these red flag warnings when your air is very dry. Relative humidity is very low out there on Monday. So from 12 to 8 p.m., pretty much everyone is included in the red flag warning. Gusts will be up to 25 to 30 miles per hour, so definitely a nuisance. Not the strongest we've ever seen, but enough for fires to get out of hand quickly if they begin. So just a good reminder, no burning out there on your Monday. So let's look at the wind gusts. They're actually very calm tonight. They'll stay light into your morning, so not a windy start to the day, but the pressure gradient tightens, and we have gusts that will strengthen from 20 to 30 miles per hour into the lunch hour, and then really will pick up between noon and 8 p.m., and then it'll stay elevated, but they won't be as strong, the gusts, later on in the evening. But right now, it's really quiet out there. It's comfortable. It's still 58 degrees. Wow. At the airport, it is 50 in Paola, 49 in Ottawa. Everyone has a cool start to the day tomorrow because our skies are clear. And so that allows your nighttime temperatures to dip. We've got 37 off to school, off to work. Just a reminder, our sunrise is now at 7:37. So a lot of you heading out the door, especially if you commute early, you will be in the dark. That sunrise at 7:37, your temperatures will warm very fast from 37 to 77 as you are heading home. So that's a 40-degree swing, a big swing in temperatures because of the dry air in place and the breezy conditions out of the southwest. That'll really help us warm up. So 77 degrees. That is just a really warm day. That's standard for like late May. So definitely feeling like late May out there with some comfortable temperatures and some warm temperatures. All right, so high pressure is driving our weather pattern right now. Not a whole lot going on. There are a few high clouds coming through, but that's about it. So we're going to stay really quiet here through this week. So we do have warm temperatures, a couple of dips here and there. 60s and 70s are a lot of our days, but we have a bigger storm system later in the week, and you might have already started to see some of this on social media, but we have the setup back. Our jet stream becomes a lot more active this time of the year. We have a setup with some more Gulf moisture that pulls in on Friday, some windy conditions, and a cold front that will all partner together to give us the potential for a few thunderstorms, especially later in the afternoon and evening. I don't think it's a widespread severe outbreak, but I do think there will be a couple of cells possible that could be on the stronger to severe side, especially developing onto the Missouri side at this point, kind of near state line into the east. That's the focus zone as of right now, but it's still many days out, so this definitely could shift. Everyone should just be ready to have a few thunderstorms on Friday, even if you're not in this yellow shade. So let's show you our setup. So again, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all dry. Thursday, there's a system that skirts by the region. So St. Louis down into the southeast part of Missouri, Arkansas, they might have some rain Thursday, but you can see we're going to be mostly sunny. Into your Friday, we start the day dry, and most of the day will be dry as well until the afternoon. That's when we could see, and this is a lower resolution, longer scale model, so it goes out a lot farther, but the pixels are definitely more diluted. So it doesn't pinpoint convection or thunderstorm activity very well. Nonetheless, there could be a couple of cells, I think, in this time frame on Friday into the early overnight. Then most of the heavy rain will initialize to our east, I think. So this isn't a huge rain event. More than anything right now, it looks to just be a couple of thunderstorms. And if you do get one of those storms, then, downpour obviously on the table. But this isn't a widespread event. But again, conditions are favorable for a couple of those thunderstorms to get going at this time. So we'll watch for that Friday evening. Don't cancel your plans yet, but I just want you to have a little heads up there. That's why we have the first warn in place on Friday, just because we do have the opportunity for a few storms. And that's on a cold front coming through. Strong winds will come out of the west Friday night and into the Saturday morning time frame. But I do think that all the snow and mix stays well to the north. We will just get some much colder temperatures that will drop. So, again, not a huge rain event, but a couple of cells there possible. Most of Saturday looks to be dry. Let's talk pollen here. We have increasing pollen as well this week because of our tree. The trees are just maybe now starting to bud a little bit, and it's in its infancy stages, but that the tree pollen is the first thing that we get in the springtime. So there are signs to have some tree pollen bumping up. So if you're starting to sneeze a little bit this week, that would be why. So here's your Security Bank 7-day forecast. We've got a little bit of a fire risk out there Monday afternoon and into the evening. 77. You've got a weak front that comes in Tuesday morning that drops you down to 65, but still it looks like a nice day Tuesday. Back to the 70s Wednesday and Thursday. Stronger winds and a cold front and some moisture helping thunderstorm chances Friday. And then temperatures will drop. I think 54 on Saturday is the morning a.m. midnight high temperature, and then a strong wind will probably keep us in the 40s for most of Saturday at this point. That's how it's looking. And then Sunday, things quiet down and we've got more sun and back to the upper 50s. So no extreme cold, but you will have some pretty big swings in temperatures. But keep in mind, our normal high this time of the year is like 53. So all of this is well above normal. Even if we do get some big fronts to come through, this is all still well above where we should be for this part of March. So that's an update on the week ahead. Just really some nice temperatures. Then the next 4 days should be pretty solid. A little breezy at times, but nothing we can't handle. I hope you enjoy some more sunshine and some warmer temperatures. If that's what you've been searching for, here you go. And then, thunderstorm chances. That's something that we'll be closely watching for Friday, but still many days out. So we'll continue to update you as things shift and change, but prepare for the ingredients to be there for a few thunderstorms on a Friday evening. That's all I have for you. It's a pretty quiet week. We will definitely take it. We've been very busy for the first 2 months of the year, so a little bit of a quiet spring-like stretch is A-okay with me. All right, enjoy the rest of your Sunday. We will see you coming up at 10 on KCTV5.